Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle, 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, I think we're going to do another random ranking. We're going to go to the movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking some movies. Actually, before we do that, I'm seriously considering cutting the handlebars off and then just looking like this. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. I kind of like looking like a old-timey president, though. Ooh, that's not a good look. That thinning hair doesn't look good over here. I think it looks better over here. This is my better angle, I think. Yep. Anyway, now let's go do the films. Hey, a new Superman trailer comes out tomorrow. I'm excited for that. Love Superman. Excited to see what James Gunn has up his sleeve with the character. Probably something pretty awesome, I would assume. What the heck is this? All right. Gosh. I feel like I don't know that movie well enough. Okay. I got to pick one more. And we're going to go with this one. Sure, that works. Alrighty then. Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura. We're going to start off with A Knight's Tale. I don't have Ace Ventura here. I just said alrighty then, and then it made me think. Okay, so A Knight's Tale. I remember having some issues with this when I saw it because it had that contemporary music in it. And the characters or the extras in the movie were interacting with that music. So you have Queen playing and then extras, you know, like stomping their feet to We Will Rock You or whatever. And it's like, what the heck is going on? And I just didn't like that mode of filmmaking. It was just very odd to me, and I was just not as open-minded, I guess. But now that doesn't bother me. And also, you have the David Bowie, right? Isn't it the David Bowie sequence? No, is it David Bowie? Now I can't remember. What song is it? David Bowie or Talking Heads? I think it's David. There's a David Bowie song in this movie. There's either a David. I can't remember. It's been a while. Got to rewatch it. But you know when like they're dancing to it and everything. That was also weird to me, but now I feel better about that. It doesn't bother me. I think it's kind of cool and interesting and mixing of time. I don't know. I think all that's cool now. It just took a while. Like when I first watched it, I was like, what the heck? But now I'm like, interesting. Was this also the first time? I feel like this might have been, he's not even on here. Can you believe that? If you look at the back of this, his name isn't even here. And I'm still trying to think of it right now. He is Vision in the MCU. He is, Paul Bettany. Was this the first time I ever saw Paul Bettany in something? Might have been. Can't remember. Next we have, try to separate the art from the artist. We have Godzilla here. I was referring to, remember that Puff Daddy song? Yikes. But you just can't watch the credits, basically. I mean, I guess you can if you want to, but if you want to avoid his association, don't watch the credits, right? Because I think that song of his is in the credits. But anyway, the marketing for this movie was just amazing. I remember going up to Chicago, and I just thought it was so cool. All the enormous signs they had. I think there was, you know, like kind of a joke in it. They kept being like, size does matter and stuff, but they were like these enormous posters and billboards, and they were like, one of his teeth is as big as this sign, or they were like, his foot is as big as this billboard. I don't know. They kept doing stuff like that. He has a claw that's the size of this poster. And it was all really cool. And, you know, it seemed like this movie was going to do something. And Ain't It Cool News? Do you remember Ain't It Cool News? They were like, yeah, it's a good movie. And then it turned out to not be that great, but I, was at a good age to where I still liked this. But I didn't like love it. I wasn't like watching it all the time. I did have it on VHS though at my dad's, but I wasn't like a huge Godzilla person. My wife though, she did watch this movie a lot as a kid, so she's very familiar with it, and we'll put it on sometimes just as a background movie while she's knitting or I'm working from home. So we do get quite a few watches of this. I think her brother was really into it too, and he's a little bit younger than her, so he was like at a really good age also to be into it. All right, next we have Broken Lizard's Club Dread. I feel like I pull this movie a lot, but I am okay with that. I like Broken Lizard, and anytime I can show their work off, I might as well. But the funny thing is, my least favorite Broken Lizard movie is probably most people's favorite, which is Super Troopers, although I never did see Super Troopers 2. But yeah, I do like this movie. It's fun. It's a horror film, beach horror. It has Bill Paxton. Where's he at? Right there. Rest in peace to him. Miss him dearly. But yeah, this one, it's like a beach horror comedy, but I love Beer Fest. I think that one's my favorite. And actually Slammin' Salmon's really good too. So this one's probably, out of the ones I can like recall, this one's probably my third favorite. I think I like Beer Fest, then Slammin' Salmon, then this one, I think, and then Super Troopers. I love the beginning of Super Troopers, but then like when Brian Cox starts showing up, I feel like it loses a lot of steam for me. All right, here we go. Ebert and Roper, give it 2 thumbs up. All right, what are we gonna do here? We are going to, okay, I'm having a tough time here. I think I'm going to put Godzilla at the end, even though I do like it. I also kind of recognize how corny it is, but also that doesn't feel right. But here's the thing. I don't feel like putting any of these 2 movies on the end. So I think that's why this one's on the end, but I also don't feel like I want to put this one on the end. But it's easier for me to justify, I guess, just because of the film's reputation. Is that why? But I think I'm going to put Club Dread up front just because I like the Broken Lizard humor. Bill Paxton's in it. Comedy horror. Just, all those reasons. And then A Knight's Tale to sort of showcase that I am more open-minded to that movie, so I want to bump it up. And then Godzilla number 3, even though honestly most days if you're like, which one of these 3 do you want to watch, I'd probably pick Godzilla, because I really do find it to be an odd comfort film, just because my wife has had it on so many times and I've become comfortable with the movie, and it is just a nice background movie. So Godzilla would probably be the one. Plus, it still has a larger budget and grander and all of that, and all that's kind of fun. But I don't know, I got to put it at 3. I don't know. It feels weird to do that, but also easiest to do that. So I'm going to do that. All right, so we're going to go Club Dread, then A Knight's Tale, and then Godzilla there at the end with Matthew Broderick and Hank Azaria. And also there's, I just talked about Roger Ebert. Ebert and Roper give this movie 2 thumbs up. They probably did not give this movie 2 thumbs up. This probably would have been Gene Siskel by this point, I think, still. But there's a fake Siskel and Ebert in this movie. And at Roger Ebert's Film Festival, they have this montage of every thumbs up you can see in a movie, and they include the thumbs up that the fake Roger Ebert, who's like the mayor or whatever, of New York City, or I can't remember, but he gives a thumbs up in this movie, and then Ebert Fest, Roger Ebert's Film Festival, included that in the montage, which I always thought was cool. So yeah, one more time, Club Dread, then A Knight's Tale, and then Godzilla. But my question to you is, have you seen these movies? These three right here. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.